connection to EWS. Whereas Umgeni Water has only proposed one tariff for 1 year. We're going boots in for 3 years. Umgani's water tariff is 13.5%, and if you calculate over the 3 years, it's 40.5%. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make a profit out of our customers. And a previous speaker spoke about the unaffordability. Well, he wasn't wrong. Regular, interrupted water supply, incorrect billing, and the solution is to not collect debt, but hammer the minority that do pay. And I say that because that's what the facts say. Of the 37 billion, and next month when we hear it'll be 38 billion, 70% of it is non-revenue collected for rates, water and electricity. Only 30% comes through. And here's the fascinating point, Speaker, through you. Here's the fascinating, it baffles the Democratic Alliance. It really does. Is the seemingly unwillingness and reluctance to go out and collect the debt, but instead seek another 2 billion rand loan on top of the 1.5 billion which was made reference and was kind of like sped through the process, which we objected to. So don't collect, hammer business and consumers, and we'll still go out and collect and we'll raise another 2 billion, which the ratepayer will pay for. But here's the fascinating, the point that we don't get is, and I say this in kindness. This is not to be to create a difficult situation. But in the last elections, Speaker, the ANC only got 14%. That's the reality. 14%, the DA got double your vote. And there seems to be a reluctance through you, Speaker. Fact, by the way, fact. You can check me out.
Order, councillors.
A reluctance, because I say this kindly. This is not to be offensive. Why won't the ANC, while they still have the opportunity, make accountability happen? Starting right from the top. You can do it. We don't want to, in 2026, as part of a co-governance, which the DA will be, Speaker, inherit this massive debt which you are looking to saddle us with. That's what baffles us, because you're going to make our job as the DA, when we are part of government, that more difficult to find additional money to fund what? It makes no sense. You can stop it now. I thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Councillor Link.
It's okay, Speaker, I'm covered, thanks.
Thank you very much, councillors. Are the recommendation agreed? Thank you, City Manager. Next item.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. The next item is on page, it's on page 67. It's the request, page 67, item 5.2, is a request for reprioritization of 2024-2025 approved capital budget for the replacement of Tongat crematoria furnace. Committee recommends.
Page 67, item 5.2.
Yes.
By Councillor, 3 speakers. Councillor N. Pulu, DA. Councillor Gavenda, DA. Councillor J. Anipen, IFP. Those are 3 speakers. In that order, Councillor Pulu.
Thanks, Speaker. I'll be covered by Councillor Gavenda.
Okay, Councillor Kavenda.
Thank you, Speaker. As you know, the DA did put out a statement on this, and I would like to read some of that into the record for this council. Because it is indeed a historic moment. The DA welcomes the city's decision to prioritize funding for the Tongaat crematorium, and it's a move that's been championed by the DA and stakeholders for years, not months. Now, this development marks a significant milestone in a decade-long struggle to address all of the challenges that are faced by this facility. This crematorium is one of two owned by the city, which has been plagued by innumerous issues, inadequate infrastructure, and not enough maintenance. For years, the community has been advocating for improvements, but progress has been slow, if any. Now, over the years, the DA has been relentless in its efforts to bring attention to the plight of the Tongaat crematorium. We know that we have submitted petitions, motions, questions to this municipality to push for urgent intervention. Our councillors have engaged with the community, listening to their concerns to amplify their voices. And we have definitely collaborated with all stakeholders, religious leaders, community organizations to build a united front in advocating for this change. The city's decision to allocate these funds to the crematorium is obviously welcomed, especially since the only other municipal crematorium at Mobeni Heights is also highly problematic and dysfunctional. This investment will undoubtedly improve the facilities and the services offered, providing a dignified, respectful experience for families and loved ones, and not for them to be scrambling at the last minute to find alternative private facilities. It is further welcomed that the appointed contractor is going to be locally based, meaning from South Africa and not abroad, because this will also assist in a speedier turnaround in maintenance of the furnace, and we are also happy that this will be for approximately 12 months while this facility remains under warranty. This is extremely critical because history has taught us that when we do not have that type of capacity locally, these projects stall for years, as we've seen with the Moses Mabhida debacle. We note that 5 million rand has been identified for the refurbishment of this crematorium, and you did manage to find a shortfall of, and we are happy that you're actually going to commence with this long overdue project. What we are concerned about is that no timeline has been provided. Now, we don't want this just to be an announced project, because as you know, there is another project in Tongaat that was announced in 2019 and has not taken off the ground. So the DA's efforts of sustained pressure has helped to keep this issue in the limelight, but the municipality must not ignore that they need to put timelines and deadlines to this project. We are obviously proud of the role that we've played, and we know that an additional amount...
Councillor Kavenda. Councillors, order. Councillor Kavenda is on the floor. Let's be quiet, please. Apologies, Councillor Kavenda, proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just to sum up, we note that an additional amount is being provided for in the draft 2026-2027 budget. And again, we want to implore officials to track, fast-track, monitor, and ensure that these are once and for all fixes for the community, and there is no comebacks with this. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Andepen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the IFP is very glad that Tongaat is well represented in this part of the agenda. Recently, Tongaat has been in the limelight very often for a number of reasons, and we're glad that this matter is being addressed. Mr. Speaker, the CLL Commission has raised concerns around the recycling of graves. In 2017, the Community Services Committee held a 2-day workshop with regard to the critical issue of burial space in EThekwini. These concerns mean that alternative forms of burial. This item is monitored closely so that there are no protracted delays in ensuring that the repairs are done. We also do this, Mr. Speaker, that we support the budget so that facilities are regularly maintained to avoid the situation from reoccurring. We do so then, Mr. Speaker, in supporting it, we do it unambiguously and certainly not hypocritically. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Anipen. That was the last speaker. Councillors, are the recommendation agreed? Thank you, City Manager. Let's move to the next item.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Next item is on page 68, item number 6, EThekwini Municipality Draft IDP for 2025-2026 financial year. Committee recommends.
Yeah, thank you very much. One speaker, Councillor Chetwa, DA.
Speaker, thank you. I think the House has bolted. I will withdraw from this one.
Okay, thank you. Councillors, the recognition noted. Thank you, City Manager.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The next item is on page 70, item 7. EThekwini Water and Sanitation Compliance with National Treasury's Trading Services Reform Strategy. Committee recommends.
Two speakers, Councillor Tim Chetwa, DA, Councillor Esquala, IFP, Councillor Chetwa. Page 7, item 7. He's covered. Okay, Councillor Kwala.
I'm also covered.
Speaker,
Oh,
I'm not covered. The cluster is chaired by the IFP's Ndungos. Is a major red flag. It is. This is a very technical cluster that needs people with proper know-how. We will be watching this very closely. We welcome the interventions, but yeah, we are very much concerned as to whether there is proper oversight at the level of leadership. Thank you.
thank you. Councillor Kwala. Councillor Kwala.
No, I'm partially covered, but not by Mteto, in the interest of time.
Okay, thank you very much. Councillors, are the recommendation agreed? Thank you, City Manager. Next item.
Page 74, item number 8, final approval of the District Development Model 1 Plan. Committee recommends.
Thank you very much. No speakers. Are the recommendation agreed, councillors? Thank you, City Manager.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Items 9 on page 76, Service Delivery and Budget Implementation Plan verified quarter 1 and 2 reporting. Committee recommends.
All right, page 76, item 9. Are the recommendation agreed, councillors? City Manager.
Page 79,
Page 39.
item number 10.
Speaker,
Yes.
there's a speaker on this item from ourselves.
On which item?
Item 9.
Item 9, page 76, eh? Oh, okay, it's true. Councillor Chindlovu. Yeah, apologies. Councillor Ndlovu.
Representatives, we are duty bound to speak honestly and truthfully about the state of our city. The truth is, EThekwini is failing its residents in multiple critical areas. How can we, in clear conscience, accept a report that claims that we are excelling with excelling when the everyday experiences of our people on the ground are complete opposite? Speaker, the residents of EThekwini are struggling with basic services. We have ongoing issues with inaccurate billing. Water leaks are not attended to for weeks, causing unnecessary wastage and inconvenience. And of course, the constant electricity outages continue to disrupt lives, businesses, as well as communities at large. How can we possibly accept a report that claims 100% achievement of key performance indicators when these essential services are being neglected. This report is not just out of touch. It is deeply tone deaf to the struggles of the residents. It fails to acknowledge the real challenges faced by our people on the ground and is quite frankly embarrassing to read. We cannot effectively discuss solutions to the issues we face if we continue to present reports that deny real struggles and challenges in our city. How can we make progress if we are continuously led to believe that everything is running smoothly? Speaker, it's time we face the truth. Only by acknowledging that ANC coalition failures, brought us where we are today. We cannot improve the lives of the people of EThekwini if we continue at this trajectory. We owe it to them, the residents of EThekwini, to tell them the truth and tell them that not everything is fine and that EThekwini is struggling and the DA will rescue them come 2026. I thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, councillors. Are the recommendations agreed?
No.
All right. Yeah. Then maybe screen. We are voting. Item 9, page 76. Those who are in support of the recommendations, please raise your votes. Those who are supporting the recommendations, please raise your hands. Secretariat, please. Is that right? Thank you. Those who are voting against?
Can I go and count them?
Siabonga, you can lower your hands. Those who abstain? Those who abstain? Thank you. Those who are in support? The number is 107. Those who voted against, the number is 47. Those who abstain, the number is 0. Thank you very much. The recommendations will be carried through. City Manager, let's move to the next item. For that, we are left now with the MPEC report and the in-committee item, then we close. Let's move with speed to the MPEC report. Then we invite the chair of the MPEC to present the report. Chair.
Thank you, Speaker. Greetings to everyone. Speaker, MPEC has got 4 reports. The first report, it's the MPEC quarterly report for the second quarter of 2024-2025 financial year. I'll take it as read, Speaker, with its recommendations. Thanks.
Chair, are you done?
Yes, Speaker.
Okay, next report.
The second report, Speaker, it's the assessment of MPEC, functionality of UIFW oversight, period ending 31st of December 2024. Also this one, I'll take it as read with its recommendations on page 2. Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you, Chair. Recommendations are at the end of page 2. Are all the recommendations agreed, councillors? Chair, the third report.
The third report, Speaker, it's the unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, wasteful expenditure that deals with the local content. Also this one, Speaker, I'll take it as read with its recommendations on page 2. Thanks, Speaker.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Are the recommendation agreed on page 2, councillors?
Sorry, Samlo.
Yes, Councillor Kuala.
Samlo, I just want to take you to page 2 of the report.
Third report.
Yes.
Yeah, page 2.
The second paragraph, I want to check. They are saying there, we interviewed the head supply chain management to establish the root cause of the non-compliance, and we have received the assurance that there was no breach of the Municipal Finance Management Act. It has been acknowledged that the department and staff, maybe a clarity from that part. Thank you.
You want an understanding of what this paragraph means. Chair, can you?
No, thank you.
Yini
Khuluma wena.
niyakwi conference yini uqala ukhwehlela.
Ukwani ukukhuluma ngomasi. Beko.
Yes, thanks, Speaker. Due to non-compliance with local content requirements, the amount of 763,754.84 as contained in Annexure A and Annexure B to the report to be written off on the basis that the matter to be submitted for consequence management process to be instituted. So we are recommending that it must be taken for consequence management to the financial misconduct. So there is an action for consequence management. Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you for that clarity. I'm sure Councillor Kano has been clarified. Are the recommendation agreed, councillors? City Manager? We're done with your report.
No. The fourth report, Speaker.
The fourth one?
Yes. It's a UIFW multiple financial years with its recommendations on page 2, Speaker. I'll take it as read, Speaker, with those recommendations. Thanks.
Recommendations are end of page 2. All resolution agreed, councillors? They wrote the last report.
Yes.
There's another one. Councillor Poma, there is another report on the supplementary agenda. Speak. You can speak up. On page 88, numbers.
Oh, the annual. Oh, this one.
I don't have the list of speakers on this item. Or is Councillor Mthetho the government? Yes.
Therefore, if we say the DA were a government in waiting, we mean it. Now, I want to endorse everything that was said by Councillor McPherson, but I want to emphasize that as a government in waiting, we don't want to inherit a city that is broken further than where it is now. Also, I want Section 71 reports of the past few years, the same thing get raised over and over again, lack of consequence management. Even Councillor Kwala now knows that there's something called consequence management. You also have to go back to the audit committee reports. They all raise the same thing. There's no accountability. Just this morning, we had the same report from for other people's lack of accountability. Because it cannot be that year in and year out, the committee, section 71, tell us the same thing about lack of consequence management and nothing gets done. We know this report and we thank MPEC for the job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kabeda.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm very well covered by my colleague.
Thank you very much, councillors. The recommendation agreed. Yeah, thank you very much. That was the last report from the MPEC chair. I think we've covered all the report. We will now, I think we're left now with the in-committee items.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let's.